Hi, my name is Susanna Pratt, and this is in a response to a letter that was mailed to me on September 14th, 2020. The payment is $688. It says, as of the date of this letter, we have not received your payment due on the credit card referenced above. Prompt payments are required on this account each month. They give a number 1-866-790-5307. Please contact us at the number below. And they give you a P.O. box you can mail the payment to and a relay number. I've had one since this one. And like I said, it's jumping about $400 a month because it seems like $30,000 worth of interest is now being charged to my account. There was the original account number, and of course those numbers, I'll just silence the stream when I do that. It doesn't matter, they already know. They're already in the system. But it was the middle card that they had assured me worked when I left US Bank. I went over to Walgreens to use it. It didn't work. That was when they lifted the 30 grand. And then the new card that works was reissued. But there's a couple cards that doesn't work, and it also connects to my other business accounts. So I'm just trying to get them to not delete it as of tomorrow when they expect like $1,100. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this number on this list because that's my choice. And if that doesn't work, then I'll have to make a choice between using this number because this piece of paper may be worth about half of what it was printed on, and that looks like a Xerox copy. It doesn't look like official letterhead, and I've been dealing with a lot of fraudulent stuff anyhow. And that's why it's so difficult to talk to someone on the phone about these problems. And of course, under the Fair Use Act of 1976, I make this video as an educational piece documenting what's happening sociologically here in the United States. And then the other thing is that identity theft is a serious issue, and my identity has been stolen along with my social security number, and that connects to Lowe's and different things that's going on in the media and the way things are moving.
Please listen carefully as our menus have changed. Welcome to Visa Global Customer Care Services. To expedite your request, please have your Visa card number available and choose from the selections provided. For English, press 1.
Para español, marque el 2. Para portugués, presione 3.
If you are a Visa card holder, please press 1. If you are a financial institution that issues Visa cards, press 2. If you are a merchant, please press 3. If you would like to apply for a Visa card or for all other inquiries, press 4. For account information such as account balance, PIN, or payment information, press 1. To report your card is lost or stolen, or to request an emergency card or cash, press 2. To follow up on an emergency number does not match our records. Please enter your account number followed by the pound sign.
So
Please key in your response.
immediately that card.
Your account number does not match our records.
Oh, I hear
Please
you.
enter your account number followed by the pound sign.
We know that your time is valuable, and we appreciate your patience. Based on our current call volume, your wait time will be approximately 1 minute.
Did you know that for accuracy and quality, this call may be recorded and monitored? Any information you provide to us on this call will be used to assist you and for the other purposes described in the privacy notice posted at visa.com.
Thank you for calling. This is Ben.
Good afternoon. I'm having problems with my card. I wanted to speak to someone about my account.
I understand. Let me do my best to assist you. May I ask for your card number?
Well, the one I just put in did not work, and so that's my first problem. Just one moment, please. And I know your time's valuable. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to establish contact with you guys today because I'm calling from Ferguson, where the bank has seemed to have a little bit of a compromise with their fraud department, which I've been going through for the last few years. So just a moment and let me get whatever we need, because I have 2 different cards, and the card that ends in 2963 is the one that they said just didn't work, and it had been working. So just give me just one moment.
Okay. And
I'm here. I'm sorry. Are you there?
yes, I'm here.
Is there a problem? I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Okay, I was about to verify, because there was a card number here that was entered. However, it shows here that this is not a valid card number.
I know, this is one of the cards that was not valid when it was issued. I'm well aware. These hacks happened at the end of 2019 when my cards were getting ready to expire. And that's what this call has a lot to do with today. The card that I am being threatened with them closing the account is the one that ends in 2997. So that's really the one that we need to work on, if that's okay. Can you hear me?
Sorry, that I could barely hear you.
Here, I'm sorry. Let me pick up the phone. I'm sorry. I'm sitting in the middle of my paperwork. Okay, this is really on the card ending in 2997, which is key critical, and I can give you all those numbers if you're ready. Okay, this is the account 4798 53 12 20 64 2997. And what the issue is that $30,000 was removed from the card without a account of how it was spent. And I have those receipts ready to go. I have the right file. And when I first started talking to you, I was working in the other account. And like I said, I'm so nervous and this is so traumatizing. And we're in this emergency crisis and lockdown and everything's closed. And this is what I've been dealing with for the last year. But this popped up over the summer when the 30 grand went off of the records. And somehow, through some kind of switch around, when the fraud department had been mirrored or clumped, the money came out of this account, and now I'm being charged the interest. So, like, somebody should be able to say where this money went. Usually it says who spends it and where it goes. And I mean, I wasn't given any inkling of that. So my main concern is making sure this data doesn't get just deleted or something because it needs to be investigated. And I'm reaching out for help. I mean, this is my life and my livelihood. I really need help with this. And that's why I'm called. Oh, that's what I've been reporting to the bank since 2016. And I know the hackers who did it, and it was an online, basic data hacking of all my vital information. So even when the bank was closed for outdoor business, I had to go in and change my mother's maiden and changed it over. And at that time, the gentleman that sat at that desk destroyed all those cards, which I didn't ask for that to be done. That's something that he chose to do. But those names are viral now, and they also relate to family members and important. All of my data has been hacked. They say my social security, and like I said, I've reported this to the bank and all these different things. Even as I've been trying to pay through this and get it established that this has happened, I haven't copied every document. And to me, when I said, is this going to go to your higher ups? And they say yes. I expect that when I call that you guys would automatically see it. That's what terrifies me. And I've been very loyal to US Bank. It's odd when the troubles began, even back in 2006, they couldn't account for how my name was taken off this account and put in my husband's. So there's been a lot of, I would say, low level compromise of my security with the bank since as early as 2002. And that's terrifying. And I'm a single grandmother. You know, we can't even do business here in Ferguson. So my business, which I operated for over 30 years, was a small hair salon. That's it. Right. So this is major, and that's why they lifted money. Isn't even, I don't believe, secure like the ones where it expired at the end of 2019. And that's what I was documenting during the last time that I spent a lot of time on the phone with. This all happened on October 8th, 2020, when I wanted to let them know, like number 4, whoever had been hacking and compromising the bank and the business account ending in 2997 seems to have stolen the 30,000. And then it goes into the whole thing of, you know, the Fed being moved to Missouri and the Bitcoins that have been traced and the data mining and all this terrible computer stuff. And I know that that's how business is done now, but I know that computers know numbers and they know that they can find the real facts, and that's what has been not happened with my account, and I need to feel like somehow we can work through that today, or at least I speak to someone that can document it, because obviously things weren't documented when people said they were. I'm just really nervous. It's my life. But will you be able to see where that money was removed and what happened to it? Because to me, that's the purpose of my call, is to speak to someone who can help me with that. Oh, I know, but that's why I called your number, because like I said, this location and the locations around it are the ones that were compromised, and I hope calling here would superimpose that. I was trying to get help outside of Missouri. When you do, I'm afraid that data will be wiped and the evidence will no longer be there. So here again, this is what I'm trying to avoid. Am I making sense? No, I just asked, am I making sense? And you said yes, and there's nowhere I can go except because I'm still asking for help. That there must be someone that can help me at this number. I'm afraid that's because that bank isn't open. There's something going on because I'm in a lockbox thing and the bank is not open. And I said that. I started the call saying that. Do you see what I'm dealing with here? Right, I know. And then that's when I dealt with the cloned cellular phone call operators where I ran into the trouble. So here again, I was just trying to do something at a level outside of St. Louis, Missouri. So now I know that I have to do that. Now in the meantime, here again, I can't even spend on that card. So for you to block it, I'm asking, can you guarantee me that that won't wipe the evidence? Well, that's the one then that is gonna implode the whole thing. I get it. And so that is 4798-5312-2064-2997, right? Yeah. Well, you do what you gotta do, and everybody does what they have to do. Well, like I said, here again, since you guys are telling me what has to be, and I don't get any help, I didn't want anything to happen to it since I can't spend on it anyhow. So why would I, what could they get now since it's all gone? And I'm being extorted for interest. And then here's the thing, is when we look at that business account and what happened in the other side of this with the other number, where the card does not work the one we started with, there is a major amount of open credit on all of these cards. And that's why they're going for them. And that's why, here again, I am trying to get some help on this. But a letter was sent about checking back 7-8 years in the files because there had been these problems on the account that I had reported. And then I never get anything back on that. And in the meantime, I can't get anybody to talk to me about the cards. So here again, with the interest jumping up like this, you guys were gonna block the card and shut down the account anyhow. So I'm not gonna say do it today on your end, because I'm fighting a problem that I was hoping for help. So I'll just go to a higher level. And that'd be that. Today was a wasted call, unfortunately, because I can't get anyone to help with this. All right? Oh no, I'll make the call myself and take my odds. This is not fair that I cannot speak to someone about $30,000 coming out of that account, and all you want to do is block it. I'm saying I need to speak to somebody about this. Nobody wants to say how this money miraculously came out of it. Some kind of a wire fraud has happened. That's what I want to talk about with somebody. My bank is closed and it is run by a phone room. Oh, I know. And they patch in whenever they want. That's why I wanted to speak to somebody outside of Missouri that I thought may be able to help. Here's what I was trying to say. When you go in the bank, there used to be someone that could sit down with you and fix the problems, like passcodes being compromised and the account being attacked. That was a real thing that used to happen in the bank, which doesn't happen anymore. So there's nobody in New York, here again, that can sit down and deal with what I need. So I'm getting the runaround. And that's tragic. So I'm just gonna end the call. Thank you. Well, I don't know if you guys heard all this, that because I turned it down to not compromise the numbers. But no, they can't help. No, they can't answer where the 30 grand is. And it's just the same runaround. And I know the fraud rooms, the fraud departments were mirrored and cloned. I thought maybe now, being December, that you could talk to somebody about it. But didn't work. Too bad. So sad for me. You guys want to know why? Oh well.